Okay, everyone. So now we are creating a Windows application where we are using the resume statement in unstructured exception handling. So to understand that, first of all, we are taking a label here. Now this is the label. We are giving them the name. Let's suppose X. Now this X value we want from the user. So we are dragging and dropping one text box here. Then afterward, I am dragging and dropping one more label. Now change the name of this label. Let us suppose Y. Clicking back, so here is the Y, we are aligning it to the proper position. Now this Y value again we want from the user, so we are dragging and dropping and putting one text box. We want that a button should be required. Now if I click on this button, the divide of X and Y should come. So I am putting the name of button here, that is X divided by Y. So this is the name of button. Whenever I click on this button, their division should come. Now afterward, we are going and clicking on the button. Now here we want that whenever we click on the button, so from X and Y, these values should be taken and they should be coming as the division. I'm going to change the name of form. Let us suppose that I want to provide my name. So I'm providing Ankit Verma here. Now this name will be visible on the form when we execute that. So this Ankit Verma is there. Now double click on this button, this coding appear. From text box 1, we want the value from the user. So first of all, I am taking one variable dim x as integer. Now in the x, I want the value from text box. So x is equal to value of text box 1 dot text. So from text box 1, we are taking the text and converting to the value. Similarly, I want that from this text box 2, we should take the value and store to the variable y. So I am taking one more variable here, comma y. Then afterward, I am saying y is equal to value of, that is text box 2 dot text. So now successfully we have taken the values from text box 1 and 2. Let us suppose that user is going to take the value 4 and 2. So divide I want to perform. Now here I want one more variable, let's say d. D is for the division. Now I will take d is equal to x divided by y. Now that is a division going to happen. Then afterward I am going to put the message box. Let us suppose in the message box we are saying x divided by y. Now this value we are going to show to the user, and that is d. So this is the program which we have performed. Now I am putting one space so that we can understand that this is the button coding. Now if I run this program, what is going to happen? There is a program output which is appearing. Now here it is asking the value of x. Let us suppose I put 4. Value of y, let us suppose I put 2. Now click on x divided by y. So we can see that x by y is 2. This program is very simple. You can see that x value is 4, y value is 2. So clicking on the button, this code will run. X, y and d integer variables are declared. Now afterward, x and y is going to take the values of text box 1 and 2. So 4 and 2. 4 divided by 2, that is 2, message box printed. This program is very simple. The user has given the value of x as 4, then the value of y as 2. 4 divided by 2 and the answer is 2. Very simple. But when the exception comes, and what is the exception? We assume that there are certain things which should be there, just like 4 divided by 2, 6 by 2. These are the normal things. But there are some people who are not going to provide the value of y as 2. They will provide the value as 0. As per the system, the value 0 is no problem. But when we are going for the divide, 4 by 0, now there the program can hold, and even the program can go to the infinite state, because 4 divided by 0 is the infinity. So the program can hold or program can go to the infinite state. So that is called the exception. Now we are putting the value 0. This is not wrong. This is not an error. This is an exception. Exception means something which is different. So if I click over there, now we can see that program is going on the coding overflow exception. Here program is mentioning that exception is going to encounter. Now this thing we have to avoid. This is called the exception handling. So anything which we are going to provide except the normal thing is called the exception. So you understand that you are designing a huge program and your program is going on the coding. So this is a bad program really. So you should handle your exception. So now we are going to handle this exception. So first of all, we are going to stop this project. Then afterward, we should see where is the chance of exception. We should note that whenever we run the program, at that time this window appear. Now here, whenever we are taking the values from the user, that is x and y, now here the user can provide the value as 0 in the y, and then exception can occur. So this is the code which should be checked. So we should first of all find the code which should be checked. So this is the code which should be checked. I am taking that code, giving some line over there so that we can understand. This code need to be checked. So now for checking, there is one statement which is called the goto. Here we are using the unstructured exception handling. There are two types of exception handling. One is the structured and second one is the unstructured. Whenever we are performing try-catch block, which is the part of .NET, that is called structured exception handling. If I am using any other method, just like I am using right now, like goto method or some other method, that is called unstructured exception handling. So here I am using unstructured exception handling. So first of all, we are mentioning that on error goto. So this is already inbuilt part. On error goto means whenever in the upcoming code there is some kind of error encounter, then go to where we should go to. Let us suppose that here I am putting a label. Let us suppose Ankit is the some label. Now you put colon afterward. So this is becoming the label now. You can see that it is going on the left. So you can say that on error go to Ankit. Means whenever the error encounter, you should go there. And here what we are going to perform, we can simply put a message box, and in this message box, we can simply provide the error number. We should understand that whenever this on error go to, it is going over there, one object is passed. That object name is called ERR. So ERR is the object which is passed whenever the exception encounter. So ERR.number, it is having multiple parts inside that. ERR.number means which kind of error is coming here. What is the number of that? I am concatenating this number with one space. So I am providing the space here. Now afterward we can again concat with the ERR.description. So here it is also mentioning which kind of description it is having. So now we are going to see how the code is working. First of all, I am going to start this. Now afterward, let us suppose that I am going to encounter the exception. 4 divided by 0. Anything divided by 0 is the infinity or the undefined. So clicking over there. Now it is not going on the code. You can see that earlier it was going on the code, but right now not going on the code. It is saying resume statement. So here 6. 6 is the error number. Now afterward, arithmetic operation result in overflow. So here it is going on the overflow. So two parts are there. ER.number, that is the number of error. Every error is having a number, just like error number 1, error number 2. So this is the error number 6, which is the arithmetic operation result in overflow. Now we should understand that this is now the exception handling, but is it working on the proper way? So clicking over there, 4 divided by 2, now again click. So 4 by 2 is 2, perfectly fine. Now click OK. Again, here you can see that it is showing you 0. Why? Because 4 by 2, you can understand the code now. When we click on the button, afterward this code run, X, Y and D are declared. On error go to, it is going to check. Now afterward, if the error come, then it is going on the Ankit. Here it is the label. If error not come, let us suppose 4 by 2. So X is 4, Y is 2. 4 by 2 is 2 stored into the D. Now here X by Y, that is D is coming. Afterward again this line is executing because we have not provided some break here. There should be some break should be provided. Means if my program is running fine, it should not going on this line because this is the continuous statement. So I am just putting OK, closing it. And afterward, if the program is going perfectly fine, so I am writing exit. Exit from where? Exit from sub. Sub means this particular procedure. So now we are going to again check. If I start this program, then afterward if I press 4, then 2. So 4 divided by 2, we know that 4 by 2 is X by 2. So the value of 4 and 2 is taken by X and Y, divide, then afterward perfectly OK. So click OK. Now it is not showing anything because after that exit sub. So it is coming out it is bypassing this line. So this line is bypassed coming out. But let us suppose that if I provide 4 by 0, now click. Now what is going to happen? 4 and 0 are taken by x and y. Now divide is not going to happen. Before that, exception is caught and sent to Ankit. This is a label. So coming on the label afterward and showing the error number and the description. Okay. But here the program is not working because only by showing the exception is not our task. If I'm clicking over there, exception. So what I do with that exception? I should correct this program also. So here we are working with the resume statement. So now I press OK. Where is the problem? Problem is the Y. So what I am doing here, if the code is coming on this Ankit label and executing this, then afterward I am saying again asking the value of Y. So I am saying Y is equal to, I am putting the input box. In the input box, I am mentioning that re-enter value of Y. So here we are asking that please re-enter the value of Y, because earlier you have given the wrong value of Y. So here we are mentioning that, and afterward we are going to close it. So that means if it is coming here, it is going to see the value of Y. Now once you are asking the value of Y, your program should be going back on the state where it was having the exception. So for that we are having the statement which is called the resume. So resume statement is going to resume where our program was stopped. So that is the resume. It is also giving us the option that you want to resume from where? Resume from the next or the Ankit. If you want to resume back from here or from the next from where we started, you can opt that. Otherwise simply write the resume. That is perfectly fine. Now we are running this program. So clicking that, afterward we will run this program in two passes. Number one, we are giving the value 4 by 2. Now 4 by 2 is perfectly fine. So click over there. We are understanding the program one more time. So here, if I click on the button, this code will execute. X, Y, and D integer type variables are declared. On error go to this label. So only when the error encounter or the exception encounter here, then only it go to this label. Now afterward, the value of 4 and 2 was taken by x and y. 4 by 2 is 2. So message box printed, that is x by 2 is okay. Now afterward I press OK, this is exiting. So exiting here, it is not going to execute this part. So this part will not be executed if your program is running fine. The reason is that exit sub. So now no problem. But assume that here you have provided the 0. Now what is going to happen? We know that it is divide by 0 exception. So I click over there. Now what is going to happen? We are relearning this program for the better understanding. Now on clicking of this button, this code is going to execute. Afterward, x, y, and d variables are declared integer type. On error go to this label. Whenever the exception encounter or the error encounter, it will go to this label and execute this statement. Now here x value is taken 4, y value is taken 0, d is equal to x by y. So here 4 by 0, it is not executing. Program knows that at that place exception will come. So program will not execute this but jump to the label. So here you can see that message box error number, which number error is coming? 6. And then with the space, error description, which kind of error is this? Arithmetic operation. Now after that we want to resume with the program. So click OK. Now you can see that it is asking us that re-enter the value. So here the next line executing, y is equal to input box. This is the input box. Re-enter value of y. So it is asking us, please again enter the value of y. So press 2. So now this 2 value is going to the y. Press OK. Now you can see that 4 by 2 is 2 because resume. Resume means it is going back where it was stopped. It was stopped at d is equal to x by y. So resuming means it is going back and executing the same statement. So message box x by y. So here the value is coming. So this is how we can use the resume statement, and with the help of that we can go back to the place where the exception occurred.